Next, we want to look at this week in Ontario.
This week in Ontario.
And
for the week starting March 29th, 2021.
Yes, and I'm going to look at two things in particular. I think I'm going to start out, I just want to see what the COVID news is this week because, it looks like we're starting to get the vaccines. There was a blockade there. I blame it on the states, and my family in the states knows it. But I just want to see what the progress is there because it feels like we're taking a little bit of a step back on the numbers, with the new variants and that. So let's look at COVID's in Ontario just for the next week. Hopefully we'll see a lot of sorts, as in vaccines. Okay, so.
Jabbity jab jab.
It's jabbity jab jab. Okay. Okay, so this week, like when I look at the Five of Cups here, I really feel like that's focusing in on the old folks. And I know that they are looking at those 70 and above, but I think there's going to be a redoubling of the effort in the nursing homes, in the long term care homes, and also you have the Hanged Man, which is the Major Arcana card, and that one talks about sacrifices being made. So it looks like they're actually getting a little bit more organized. We're going to start seeing more organization around the vaccine. So far, it's kind of been like a bit of a dog and pony show. Yes, and they're also focusing on pregnant women, and there's going to be a drive there. There's it just feels like that they come to the top of the list too. So maybe they find something out about COVID and pregnancy. Some of the lawmakers, especially the economy geeks, are really getting worried about how we're going to pay for all of this. Okay, so, the Magician Reverse does talk about the rollout of the vaccines and, starting with the shortages and everything. It's been really disorganized, so it hasn't, there's been a lot of waste there, and it's slowed the whole process down. There's the sword. We got the Page of Swords reversed as far as the next thing coming up. Oh, okay. So they are trying to get their collective stuff together with the vaccines. But when I look at the Page of Swords, it feels like you've got another group coming forth saying, these people should be given priority. And I think the voice is, as soon as we start getting organized about getting the 70-year-olds and the pregnant women all vaccinated, you've got somebody that's coming out very strongly and somebody in position of authority saying they're doing it all wrong. They should actually be focusing on the young adults. So that contrary voice, just as things start to get organized. Okay, so how the outside world sees us, and you've got the Three of Cups reversed, and the whole world is aware that that Canada in general has not done well with the rollout of the vaccine, and when I see the Three of Cups, it's kind of like the rest of the world going, well, usually they do everything so good. It's really a shame. Yeah, it really is. And when I look at this, the full reverse, this talks about missed opportunities. So I think we're going to find, I thought that I thought that the Trudeau government really had their stuff together because they were talking about ordering the vaccines and stuff, but it's going to come out that they didn't get the right kind of guarantees. So when the vaccine companies were offered more money, there really wasn't a commitment, just kind of a handshake and a wink and a smile. Yeah, they are going to be looking at that really harshly. That might be really bad for the Trudeau government. And there's your vaccines. There's your vaccines. By the end of the week, and that's an 8. By the end of the week, we finally have a system in place that works. Okay, so overall, I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of progress in the physical world on COVID this week in Ontario, but there's going to be a lot of progress on the administrative planning end of it. So, for those of you who don't know, there was a doctor in a place called Hawkesbury, a doctor, what was his name, Nadler. Yes, Dr. Nadler in Hawkesbury, and a couple days ago the cops showed up at the hospital and arrested him for murder. And everybody's tight-lipped about it. A few things have come out about this guy, but mostly that he'd have disagreements with his co-workers. But as far as patients, all the patients they've ever talked to said that he was a good doctor. I guess he was just a doofus to his co-workers, but he was a good doctor. He studied in, I think he studied in Alberta, and then he went to Saskatchewan, and then he ended up in Reno, and then in Ontario. He did get he did get himself into trouble a few times with altercations with his co-workers. But all they're saying is that he's being arrested for murder, and it's based on a suspicious death in the hospital. And apparently they're investigating other deaths, but they're not going to tell us how many, when. They're not even going to give any of the details of this, why they think this guy murdered this individual or anything. So we have none of the who, what, whys, and wheres. So I'm asking the cards because I'm nosy. Okay, so you have the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords, and they're both ill aspected. Oof, that's not good. That's not good. Keep in mind this is for entertainment purposes only, but on the baseline, there's this is this guy. He is very much a loose cannon, and he has mother issues. So just got this Norman Bates kind of feel around him. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so this one is one of the bonus cards. It's one I call Tribute. It's a host of angels that come by, stop by this casket and pay homage, and then go into the church, never to be seen again. But it's upside down. So yeah, I would say that his actions create a situation where not everybody got to say their final goodbyes and get their closure. But it's funny because when you look at him as a person and as a doctor, he was respected. He was respected as a doctor. And he doesn't think he murdered anybody. He thinks he did everything right and just. So that kind of makes me wonder too, because they're not giving any of the details out. Okay, so in the past, you have a situation here. I think he was asked to back away or leave a situation alone, and he didn't do it. So that's the crux of it, whatever that means. He wasn't supposed to get involved in a situation, and he did. Yeah. I think he's got ego problems here, because you've got the devil reversed, and that's just the absolute worst. And so it makes me think that whatever he did, he thought he was treating that person, but he may have actually been euthanizing the person. But it's so weird. See, even those around him, you've got the Knight of Wands reversed. Saw him as a bit of a hothead, but he could get things. He could make things happen. He could get things done. Yeah, I think this is a situation where he was wrong. What he did caused death, but he's still of the opinion, I'm right and everybody else is wrong. And he's going to stand by that. So the final outcome is the Four of Swords reversed. Now the Four of Swords right side up. That's just... Wait. Confusion. Even the outcome is a little strange. Yeah, I think that the whole situation is clouded enough that it's one of those things where maybe he should have gotten punished, but he's not going to be punished for what he should be punished for. But you've got the Eight of Pentacles here, and I think that tells me that he's going to end up getting 8 years. So he might get involuntary manslaughter or something like that. But the whole situation here is that everybody else told him, if you do this, you're going to kill this person. And he was so sure he was right that he went ahead and did it against everybody's wishes and desires. Whatever it is he did that caused this person to die. And it's strictly ego. Okay, so that's that. I just had to know. I'm nosy, people. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see some of you at my workshops, and I hope everybody has a great week. Anybody who would like a reading with your queen, just get in touch with the people at Spa Near the Tracks, and their number is 519-272-1293. Or if you wish for a reading online, then just send me an email at thequeenofoogaboga@gmail.com, and we'll set up a reading online. In the meantime, have a good week, everybody. Bye-bye.
Have a good week, everybody. Be well, take it easy, and stay on your feet.